got Engineer, Gladiator, Kinesis, Moira Band. First pick, Magnus into Chipper, Pearl into Drunken Master, and Bubbles into Polywog Priest. Bands. Geomancer and Grinix. Bensington, Ravenor. Last band, Deadwood. Nah, the Deadwood band is kind of weird. I don't think they need to ban Deadwood. Grinix and Geo. I also don't really I guess I could understand the Grinix ban, but I don't think they're gonna pick those heroes. I think they should be banning carries. Right now they have a pretty good team against a Drunken Master. I don't know. A lot of these bans don't make a lot of sense. Sir Bensington. I think the bans from Hellborn make a bit more sense. The Bensington. Ravenor, I suppose they don't want to face some early game aggression kind of carry. Lord South Forest. Ooh. When I see a Lord ban, I usually think Oogie. Could be some other stuff too. The Shadow picking the Wild Soul. So they kind of think that the Oogie's coming, so they pick up the Oogie, which actually fits their lineup pretty nicely. They might just go for a Wild Soul, but honestly, Oogie's pretty good against Wild Soul. Both heroes heal a lot. Oogie does a lot of AoE damage. Kind of screws up Wild Soul. Wild Soul, if they pick him up, they'll need a Nullfire and a Shrunken on him to fight the Oogie. Okay, one sec. Throw a shirt on. Okay, so they got 30 seconds more. I feel like they really did want the Oogie, or they were thinking about Wild Soul, and now that they see the Oogie, they're like, I don't know if the Wild Soul is what we want. So they're gonna change it up and go with the Arachna. I think the Arachna's pretty good this game. He's got a lot of magic armor. They have a pretty much magic only team so far, so they should pick up something that does some physical damage on their last pick, and then they could throw the Magnus on a support role, which would round off their lineup kind of nicely. Or they could go in with the all-in Oogie strat, just pick up another hero with some good lockdown, something that pairs with the Magnus for long lane. They go with a Balfagor, so that's even more magic damage. I don't know how I feel about it. It it does have really good early game presence though. So if they come out of the laning phase like in a pretty good spot, they might just roll over the game with the Balfagor and the Oogie picking up like an icon or something. But I feel like they could have used some physical damage on their last pick. But this can work. It's not bad. It is all in on magic damage. Uh, See if they go with another. I feel like they need initiator here on the last pick. Something like a behemoth could be really good if they can get him a portal key. They're gonna go for more of an early laning phase option hero with the Myrmidon. So I guess it's gonna be a Myrm drunken lane or something, like a Myrm drunken long lane, and then they send the Arachna to short lane. Actually, it could be a drunken chipper lane. Myrm could go with the Arachna as well, and Polly could go mid. They have some options here. I don't know who I like better, main support Myrm or main support Chipper.
Let's get it on.
I guess main support Chipper, since he can't really farm, and Myrm can at least kind of farm a bit. I guess it doesn't really matter a whole lot. But either way, I feel like this is going to be a... Are we going to see a Mag Balfagor double log? Or are they going to do Balf solo short and then just send like a Oogie tri-lane long? I don't know how that's going to work out. If they do Arachna, Myrm, and Chipper, it's a lot of harassing against the Oogie Magnus double melee tri-lane. Let's see what they decide to do. But I think Hellborn's laning phase is a bit more straightforward. They are gonna send the Chipper with the Drunken, and they are gonna put the Merm with the Arachna. So the Boots picked up on the Magnus. They're looking for kills. They checked to see if there was a lane ward at the start, which there was not. Bubbles says, I'm out of here. So Balfagor is going to go up against Drunken and Chipper. Um, yeah, there should be a guide. Okay, so anyway, enough talk about guides. So we do see the 2-in-1 bottom. See the Bubbles versus the Poly. I hope that Bubbles gets take cover because you can auto take cover the Jolt now, like the good old times. That function is back in the game. We do see the Oogie, Magnus, Pearl tri-lane going up against Arachna and Mermy. I don't really know if they're gonna get any kills in this lane though, so hopefully the Oogie gets good farm. Right now it's kind of even, just started off. Magnus is already kind of low. I guess he took some damage from creeps. What's Balf doing? He got his first last hit just now. He's gonna pick up a couple here in the tower, but the Chipper's gonna do a nice job of pulling, so they are gonna start to outlevel the Balfagor, even being 2v1, I think. They're gonna go on him here. It's gonna take some pressure. Looks like his lunge got, or his stagger. No, lunge, yeah, lunge. Sometimes I mix the spells, the names up. Looks like he chose not to go in with the lunge. Chipper is gonna camp the bottom rune. Not gonna get it. Haste rune spawns top. That's a pretty, it could be a pretty crucial rune. Now both sides have vision of this rune and nobody is moving for it just yet. I feel like, yeah, okay. No, Magnus, go get the rune. This is a rune that you want to control. You don't want anybody to bottle up a rune at 2 minutes, haste rune at 2 minutes, and then have them get the 4-minute rune as well. He's waiting on his health potion. Bubbles go on the 1-1-1 skill build. I'm never usually a fan of 1-1-1. I feel like it should just be 2-0-1. So the Arachna's 7-0, the Oogie is 11 or 12-2. So Oogie's doing a better job so far. They see the Magnus hasting toward top. Balfagor dies in the bottom lane. He tries to get a return kill on the Chipper, but not going to be any damage. Meanwhile, in the top lane, they get the kill onto Arachna. For some reason, they weren't backing, even though they have the ward here showing the hasted Magnus, which it's really bad communication and map awareness by Hellborn to give up a kill there when they saw the hasted Magnus running in. So Drunken, he's gonna put a lot of pressure in onto the Balfagor. Chipper's coming in, he's got rockets. See if he can line him up. He hits one. They might have enough damage here. Yep, Drunken's gonna get the kill. And they keep him alive from the creeps. How's mid going? We got a 21 and 8 Poly against a 14 and 3 Bubbles. Poly is freaking owning mid right now. Snooki is 300 GPM. Bubbles is 240. It doesn't look that bad, but in terms of last hits, okay, Bubbles gonna get a couple more there. It's not so bad anymore. 21 against 18. But the denies, 8 denies on Poly. That is big time Snooki doing Snooki stuff in mid. Arachna with the 1 death now. It's not doing too bad in terms of creeps, considering he's going up against a tri-lane, but Nugi's still having the better time. Magnus was the one who did get that kill, by the way. Bot lane, Balfagor's like, dude, stop throwing freaking rockets at me. I've had enough of your shit. Balfagor takes a lot of damage. Here comes Drunken Master with a deep tower dive. He's gonna land the 3-point strike, and is this the B team? He actually goes down to the tower. So the Legion gets 350 gold. Mid lane, Polyswag, giving Bubbles the tongue action. Bubbles throws out a awkward shell surf there, doesn't do a whole lot. Was hoping for a better surf. Stun from Magnus here in the top lane. A really nice weed field. Catches the 2 backline heroes. Arachna might still end up falling here. Tarquake is going to land. Pearl actually gets credit for that kill, though. And Arachna goes down for the second time. So, Balfagor is 0-3. Arachna's doing a little bit better in that sense. She's got a little bit more GPM. But the problem is Arachna doesn't have much of a recovery mechanic. So the fact that she's not doing too well early on means they are going to be relying on this Drunken Master to do a lot for them in the early game. Luckily for them, they also have a Poly who's doing really well in mid. So they are winning 2 out of the 3 lanes. They're just not doing well against the tri-lane, which that's to be expected. That's to be expected. So anyway, we got level 6s now. Looks like Poly did use his wards somewhere. I don't know if he missed a ward trap or if he just used them for tower damage, but they're coming back up soon. So perhaps he tried to get a kill on Bubbles and then wasn't successful. Bubbles hits level 7 there. Bot lane, we see Pearl coming in, but Pearl and Balfagor together don't really do a whole lot, unfortunately. Drunken is very, very deep behind the tower. Rockets, I believe, did scout them out. Drunken, he's getting blocked in by the minions. Magnus is coming in with a flank. They're gonna try to line up the 2 kills. Drunken is gonna go into the tower. He is making a lot of space here. I think he might have saved Chipper as well, but it's gonna end up costing him his life. So I guess they could have ended up potentially losing both players. The fact that they only lose one is not super bad. I think they want to go for the Balfagor here. Poly is here. Did they spot Magnus though? I don't think they know Magnus is down here. Or, well, they know he's down here. They don't know where he is. But, yep. Okay, so there comes the ward trap. Balf's gonna escape it, but too much damage. He can't get away. Balf goes down yet again.
Keep up.
So, Bubbles is coming back a little bit. He's got 290, but Oogie, despite being tri-laned, he's not, let's see, he's got 35 creeps. That's not that bad, but it's also, I think it could have been a little higher. In the 40s now, it's looking nice, right? He gets the pull here. It's got the level 6 now on the Ooga Booga. They have 4 players up here, so this Ward of Sight spots that out, I believe. They saw the bubbles up here. They are just chilling. We chilling. We not feeding. We chilling. Here comes a dive, though. Shell Surf gonna connect onto 1. I believe they saw the Arachna as well. Ports are coming in now. Myrmidon is still alive, actually, so nobody dying right away. They get the kill onto Oogie. That's pretty big. They lose their Myrmidon for Oogie. Arachna He's staying alive for as long as possible, getting in the right clicks on the Magnus. Polly should get the kill onto Magnus here. Oh, Steam Boots, or Steam Bath is still up. Power Spike keeps him alive. Bubbles ends up falling. Now we got Drunken Master finding Pearl. Pearl jumps into the trees. But he doesn't have a teepee. Oh, they're trying to chop the trees down. I don't know if they know that he didn't have a teepee or not. Mermy. Okay, they spot him out. Mermy's like, yo, I got this. Auto attacks from Arachna. Oh, the dot? Oh my god, he's still alive. Oh my freaking god, he's still alive. I think Pearl's gonna live now. He's got a TP. Unless Myrmidon. Myrmidon. Oh. He might try to guess now. Oh man. Pearl just made so much space. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Balfagor dies again. Barfamagor is not having a good time. Booga booga! He's gonna get word trapped here. Bubbles has no silence. Is Polly gonna live this? Oh my god. Polly just walks away. He's gonna be fine. Chipper is gonna run in. He's gonna use the sauce. He jukes the Pearl quite a bit. Here comes out a two-man Kelfield. Pearl's gonna go down. Polly, he does get stunned by the Kelp. That might actually end up killing him. Yeah, he's dead. Bubbles is gonna YOLO swag it. Okay, so Legend gets some kills there. That's good. Good for them. Balfagor, he's level 8 now, despite dying the 5 times, so he's got the XP down pat. If they do choose to ignore him for like 1 or 2 minutes, he will push the tower, so they are ignoring him right now. They kill the Magnus in the top lane, and by they, I mean Drunken. 3-point strikes into the dome. Drunken is not done, man. He is like, I am in. He is tanky. He's got steam boots. Here comes out a preservation from Pearl. I don't know if they can chase anybody though. Boogie's trying to land the Tarkwake. He's gonna do some pretty decent damage to Drunken. The slows are slowing him down, but Oogie's out of mana for Tarkwake. Oh my god, he gets a regen rune. He's gonna have a stagger into the regen. Oh, okay, but a nice Tarkwake stops the regen, the soul trap. I think Drunken might die here. Man, he is so slippery. We've seen some pretty long chases this game. Last time it was the Pearl. This time it was the Drunken. So, Mermy gets sniped out. Mid lane, we see another ward trap coming out, but Volley ends up going down this time. They get the kill on the Pearl, but that's a good trade for their for Legion. So Legion getting some better trades in exchange for their Pearl. Drunken's back down here now, so unfortunately Barfamagor can't push the tower. It's pretty low, but he won't be able to get it with Drunken down here. Oh man, I missed another kill. Bubbles didn't have cover up for another 2 seconds, so he goes down to a fish. They get the kill on Arachna though. Looks like they used the kill field for that. Booga Booga's got his gnomes now. He's actually the top GPM in the game, so the Drunken and the Poly kind of slowed down a bit. Drunken having the 3 deaths now, but he's been involved in a lot of kills. He's got 7 kills. No assist though. He's the top of the hero damage charts. Both the Poly and the Drunken are top of the hero damage charts. This tower is gonna go down. Okay. Drunken might die here. He's so tanky with those vestments and the steam boots. Okay, he actually lives. Meanwhile, Polly goes down again and Chipper. So We're seeing some good movement coming out now from Legion.
Still got
Oh, he's a serial killer for Oogie. So he did die a couple times in the beginning, but now he's in a pretty comfortable spot. Meanwhile, Arachnite's trying to get the tower. It's not in deny range yet. Let's see if they do port to defend it. Bottom lane, Junkin gets a kill on the Pearl, but he doesn't end up going down to Balfagor. So Balf's recovering. I mean, he's 330 GPM. He's got some core items going now. They get a kill onto the Myrmidon. Polly's here with a nice ward trap on the Magnus. Is Magnus gonna die? Yes, he will. They are gonna save the Chipper. And top lane, Arachne gets a tower, so he's recovering as well. GBM chart is still in favor of Legion. They take a... It's actually not that big of a lead though. It's only 3k and 2500 at 15 minutes, so that's due to them having a couple towers. They got 2 towers, both mid and bot. Actually, it's 2 towers apiece. So they're just out creep farming them for now.
Tastes like urine.
Whoa. Why is he drinking urine? That's not cool. So, we got Mana Ring on Polly. That's a little different. Usually we're used to seeing Snooki pick up the Jade Spire on Polly. I think Arachna's going for T-Claw. So, I'm not sure how close he is to that. Probably still needs all 3 of the other pieces. Sitting on 700 gold, he needs 2 more technically. Okay, actually he has the full Thunderclaw. It's only farming 320 gold per minute, but apparently that's enough for a 16-minute Thunderclaw. Bubbles picks up the shards. I like it. He's gonna have his portal key. Looks like he's gonna keep the shards level 1. Go into a portal key. He's gonna have it here soon if he doesn't die, which he might die. He gets morphed here by Polly. Oh my god, is he gonna live? He soul traps himself. Take cover? He has to take cover still. Looks like he's gonna be fine. Where did he go? Ports into the trees. So they chase him pretty far. Question is, do they want to continue? He had the kill field up, but he chose not to use it. Was it portal key on Magmus? I think Magmus just got his portal key. 200 GPM, 17 minutes. That's pretty good. I think he bought portal key. Yeah, he didn't go for Astro. That's fine. I think. I think it's fine. I mean, he could have went Astro. Drunken went for a portal key. Okay. He's going for the initiation route. But, Legion's getting to the point where they're tanky. They have Abyssal now on the Balfagor. They are going for the tier 3 tower, which they're going to put a lot of damage onto it. Valve's going to have the corpses back up. They did use chainsaws here. Drunken is going to lunge, but it's going to get cancelled on the second half. Here comes a Lava Surge Eruption in the background. Bubbles with the kill field as well. Buyback comes out from the Polywog. This is a big team fight, but they only lost to Balfagor, and he did get his hell on New Earth off. Here comes a Ward Trap following up the buyback, but Magnus slips his way out of that one. And so it ends up being 1, 2, 3? 3 for 1, I think, plus a buyback. If I might have said that wrong, actually, but I think they got 3. They got the Drunken Merman, the Poly, plus a buyback for the Balfagor. And They got quite a lot of base tower damage, so pretty good fight coming out from Legion. Looks like Ugi's going for a nullstone, as he is going up against the Arachna. Also pretty solid against the Poly, just to kind of mess up his initiation. So the nullstone makes some sense. I think he could have also went for a Frostfield plate, but nullstone is not super bad either. So Poly, he's getting really close to his blink. He's trying to finish it. He's gonna try to get it here in the jungle. Top lane Bubbles is going at it with Drunken. Here comes the Lava Searcher Magnus. I don't know if they have the damage now. Bubbles has the cooldowns. Here comes the Kelfield only on the Drunken. Okay, they actually have the damage to bring down Drunken. So he's not tanky enough anymore, it seems. Yeah, Ragnar did die too. He ends up buying back. Mermy is going to go down. Ooh, rockets to the dome, but Ugi's pretty tanky. He's got his nullstone finish now. So I think Legion is looking to try to end the game here. I think they're gonna go for a Rex. It looks like they're gonna just say whatever to bot lane, and they're gonna go for the one in top as they're all grouped up here. Still have 18 seconds on the Myrmidon. Barrier, or I was just gonna say, I hope that Balf goes for a barrier and he picks up the Shaman, so that's nice. Chainsaws come down, they're gonna do some damage to the groups, but not too much. This tower is almost down, so one more push from the Balfagor minions could end up doing it, but they are all alive now. Minions, they're gonna get stunned up by the Weedfield, but the tower is gonna go down, and now the Rexes are exposed. Let's see how Hellborn does decide to take this fight. Drunken goes in onto the bubbles, he takes cover. Meanwhile, in the background, Polly jumps in the back, wards are down, Preservation was also down. First kill of the team fight is Myrmidon, and Polly's gonna fall out. Drunken Master also gonna fall. The Legion is just too tanky. Arachna is all by himself. He goes down, and well, Chipper was here, but that's gonna do it. GG's are called. And the game will go to Pim for game number 1. So they take that one with the Ooga Booga strat. So yeah. Despite losing 2 out of 3 lanes, they actually end up taking some pretty solid fights, and they get too tanky for Hellborn.